Welcome back to another episode of the Ready Set podcast. I'm Derek,
My name's Angus.
and today we have our two friends back again, Aaron and Ray. You might remember them from previous episodes. If you haven't, you need to watch them. They're good.
But I think it's Ray, it's your birthday. Not too long
Your
ago.
birthday
This
week.
Yes. Thank you.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Thank you.
So how's
Fellow
it feel?
Tauruses. Yeah, it feels like my metabolism has gone downhill in my late 20s, and now I'm at my plateau. So I really need to work out,
Yeah.
improve that
And-
metabolism.
And we were talking about like the older, like when we're waking up now, it's
It's a little bit different
a
now.
little bit different. Not as mobile.
Oh.
There's more sounds of like cracking bones and things. So.
And then wake up with your neck like
Little
twisted to the
squeaky.
side and be like, oh, what's going on?
I still remember Angus messaging me was it last year or was it like 2 years before? Or I'll be like, Angus, let's go out. And Angus was like, I don't know. I think I slept funny. My back.
Yo. It's so okay. It's kind of gross, but I remember I told you, you're like, I messaged you. I'm like, hey, I think I hurt my back. You're like, from what this time? I'm like, I was pooping. I was just pooping. I wasn't doing anything. And I hurt my back. I'm like, I don't know how.
Oh.
It was-
Or that time you bent down to try and pick up the
Yo.
soap.
Yeah.
Why are these so...
So
Bad examples.
I was like showering, and then
Yeah.
I scrub my feet and I bend down, and then all of a sudden my back just gave out, and I was like, oh, that didn't feel good. And then later I'm like, okay, maybe I should just take it easy today. Next day, oh my god, I had to email my physio and be like, do you have an open spot, please? my back is out. And then I went in and he's like, oh, what happened? Did you like
Workout.
workout lift? I'm like, no man, I try to scrub my feet.
And the physio's like,
Oh,
that's the new
man.
one off my checklist.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, okay. I'm like,
man.
yeah. So I find like old age, it comes with it.
Yeah, because like you're old when like I usually never get whiplash like on the bus. So I was sleeping and the
Mhm.
bus stopped abruptly, and I was like, "Oh, my neck swung weird. Okay, it should be fine. I don't feel weird at all."
Yeah.
3 days later, I couldn't get out of my bed.
Oh, man.
Like this whole area, I didn't know it was connected.
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
neck and the shoulders. So I felt so paralyzed. Like I had to crawl out of bed.
Oh, shoot.
So I'm like, okay, calling work. I'm like, I can't go to my desk
Yeah, yeah.
at
Oh
home.
my God.
It was
Oh
really
my God.
bad. Yeah. And then I left it alone for a little bit and it got really worse that I really had to put like heat pads
Oh,
and
shoot.
I just could not move. And then the other week I went to physio and they gave me a needle this much into
Oh.
my shoulders
Yo.
to
Oh.
reset it. Yeah, because it's like an inner muscle issue.
It's like dry needling.
Yeah,
thing?
it felt weird. He just put it in there. But I'm like, to be fair, the pain, I kind of like the pain.
Oh, okay. Okay.
You put the needle in. Like, oh.
And then one muscle twitch. I'm like, oh.
You're like, I have another spot back there. Could you just another one, please?
Is it
So-
the one that like sends those electric kind of like...
I think so. It was
Signals
like really
down?
big, like 15 centimeters.
Did they go like they put it in
Yeah.
and they kind of put in and out?
Yeah,
sort of thing?
that
Yeah. So it's
one.
dry needling.
Oh,
yeah,
is it?
yeah, yeah.
Okay, yeah. And it twitched.
I love that feeling too.
Wow, we have so much in common.
Masochist.
I think Angus likes it too much. The way he said it, I don't know.
No, but like, don't you guys like it when you exercise and you get sore
Yes.
and then you just
Mhm.
kind of rub against it and you're like,
Not really.
I don't enjoy it that much.
the eyes roll back a
okay,
little
okay.
bit.
I don't know about that. I don't do that.
Hey, maybe it's just me. Maybe it's just-
You see Angus's physio is like,
Oh my god.
he seems to be really enjoying this. Angus
He's
is like,
really-
more, please.
he's coming
Pleasure.
quite often. It's like twice a week. It's like, you don't have to
He's
come.
fine, but why does he keep booking me out?
Exactly.
Yeah, I had a similar one, but I think it was because my chair like didn't have any like neck support.
Oh.
But similar to yours, where like I literally got up, but I couldn't get up. Like I literally like was just like this, and then I was like,
Oh.
"Fuck, I need to work." So then I just rolled out. Yeah.
Oh no.
But then yeah, I had to take the day off because I literally could not like I couldn't even
Yeah.
bend my back.
Oh,
It was bad.
That's why
Oh.
ergonomics is like such a big thing in the workplace these
important.
days, right?
Yo, it's
Yeah.
expensive.
Yeah.
Those
Those
chairs.
It
Herman
is.
Miller?
Well, not even her
Oh,
Miller one.
yeah.
They're all pretty expensive now.
Mhm.
Like
Yeah.
all the ergonomic.
And it says ergo on
Mhm.
it. It's
Yeah.
like 700 to a grand.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah,
I
or more
agree,
than a
yeah.
grand. Yeah,
Yeah.
but it
Mhm.
saves your back.
Not
Yeah.
only if it's right for you though. That's why.
Yeah.
That's why they have like those departments super dedicated to them now.
Mhm.
Where they're like, oh, at least at my workplace, if you tell them you have issues, that specific department will come in and they like bring a whole whackload of products for you because you tell them which area is hurting, right? And so they bring a whole whackload of products that are related to any
problem.
issues that you might have. And so when they so they're like they make you try it out. It's like, oh, does this feel comfortable? Does this feel comfortable? Because they're like because it costs so much money, they want to make sure that it's working for you before they actually purchase it for you.
Or they make you buy all the products.
Well, it's the company paying for it, so
Yeah.
it's fine. It's all
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
It's like use it
Wow.
once, you're like, it's not really
But-
doing it.
But I feel like this only became huge ever since COVID.
Yes.
Because once people start working at home,
Mhm.
then they start investing into ergonomic chairs.
Yeah.
yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, ergonomic chairs, ergonomic keyboards,
Standing
yes.
desk.
standing
Yeah.
desks. Yeah.
Have you tried the mouse that's like vertical?
I have one.
It does it work? Does it help your wrist?
Kind of. I have like 2 different ones. I have like 4 mouses now. But yeah, I think it's fine. Like it's less pressure when you're
On your-
doing it.
on
Yeah.
your- okay.
It's kind of hard to get used to because you're like holding it. Like
so
that.
so how does it go? It's just like you're like flying an airplane. like a-
What?
It's like
no,
a
no,
Ronald
no,
stick.
it's like a joystick. Is it
So
like
you hold it like this.
Oh,
Yeah.
so you're
So you
like
click?
holding
This. You're like a crab.
like a crab, like holding tacos.
Yeah, exactly.
Wow.
And then so I
Everything-
guess your clicking buttons are just your 2 fingers, right?
Yeah,
Your
yeah, yeah.
regular
And
fingers?
Oh.
there's still a wheel and everything. It's just
Sideways.
rotated,
Oh,
right?
rotating like
Yeah.
this. Oh,
It's good for you, apparently.
you're a future pilot.
Don't worry, I got this. Crashing, no problem. I've done this before.
I tried the one with the rolling ball, the one moves so
Oh, the
and
trackpad.
I
Oh, like
could not get
rolling
used
ball,
to
yeah.
it. Yeah.
Is it just really sensitive? Like how does it?
No, because it's you have to roll the ball to move the mouse around.
Your
Dude.
thumb is doing the tracking
Dude,
of
that's
the
so
mouse.
annoying. It's really
Yeah, because when you're so used to like moving your mouse around,
yeah.
and then
Oh.
you try to move it, you're like, oh wait, that's not how it goes now. Yeah, I
Mm.
stopped using that one. It wasn't any good.
Mhm.
I was like, this is digging into my efficiency at work, trying to figure out how to roll the mouse the right way.
Yeah,
Yeah, but do you guys think it's like obviously because after the pandemic, like we're I would say less active. There was during the pandemic, anyways, people were less active because they're stuck at home, can't go out, can't do anything. But like the other thing they said was a lot of people work a lot harder working from home as well. Like
What,
there's
what a great segue, man.
Wow. Yeah, I know. I was thinking the same.
but yeah, I
Cannot.
I don't know if it's true for everybody. I won't like super overgeneralize, but like, did you guys find like not taking your break, like you sometimes not taking your breaks when you're working at home, and then afterwards, you're like, oh, maybe I'll go a little bit overtime because I have to finish these few emails or something like that. It just starts to add up kind of over time.
Yeah. No, I think for me, like I definitely worked harder from home. I know some companies are like, oh, these workers don't,
Slack
aren't
off.
they aren't efficient at home because they're in their pajamas and doing this. But I'm like, no, dude, I'm like on there all the time because that's like I'm like I only live in an apartment, but like it's like this is my main station. I eat, sleep, whatever, all here. So like I find that working from home, yeah, it's good for flexibility to do stuff, but I think because you're not really like moving around or walking around the company, you tend to not take breaks, right?
Mm.
I
Yeah.
agree.
Mm.
Like I always tell my friends that I feel like I'm on house arrest, if that makes sense.
Oh, really?
Because you have to be available not 24/7, but you have to be available during those 8.5 hours that I work.
Mm.
And if there's a phone call or any emails, it's best to respond quickly. So I do feel like I'm always on my toes. So
Mm.
my friends who can't work from home are like, "Oh, that's so great! You get to work from home. It's flexible." I'm like, "Yes, it's flexible in terms of days that I'm in at home, but there are some days I have to go into the office as well."
Mhm.
So overall, I just do find that I can't leave the house. Like during lunch break, maybe.
Yeah.
But coffee breaks, I'm just standing up, grabbing my coffee, and come back.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
But do you have like the apps for your work? I know for some people they have Teams or Zoom on their phone
Oh.
where they can just, you're
The-
basically on call.
Yeah, the constant pinging. They're like,
Really?
oh, someone's looking
Oh.
at.
You're not
me."
tied to your desk, but you're moving
It's
around.
tied to your life.
Yeah, exactly.
Your whole life.
Oh,
Yeah.
no, I don't have that.
It's like you go to the
luckily.
washroom, you hear pinging, you're like, I'll be right there. Give me a second.
Yeah, I remember
Yeah.
like where in my workplace, they're like, you can download Teams on your phone.
Oh.
And I did it in the beginning. I'm like, wait, hold up.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to be on call. I'm like, oh, hell no. And I uninstalled it right away. I'm like, no.
Someone's watching
Yeah.
you.
Yeah.
Because in office, you wouldn't need to do that. Like if you go on a break, you go on a break. Like why am I looking at my phone when I'm grabbing coffee or just
Yeah.
walking to a meeting, right? So I think it's like a bad habit. Like you're like, oh yeah, convenient, but no, you're literally tying yourself to work when you do that.
Yeah. But I find that we're working even harder to even like make a living now.
Yeah.
Oh my
Everyone
gosh.
like, you got your
yes.
side hustle.
Yeah.
You're just working way too much.
Yeah.
Really?
OT,
Yeah, a lot.
OT Aaron.
Oh.
Always
Yeah.
OT Aaron.
You're like on
Always
call
overtime.
yesterday, right?
I'm on call this entire week. I'm on call right now.
Oh no.
Props to Aaron, man, for the podcast.
Hey man, if you need me, I'll be here.
Yeah.
But like,
He'll
it's-
just keep his company phone with him.
yeah. So do you find that your company is just asking too much of you?
Well,
They need you.
yeah. So without revealing anything,
Yeah.
like everything on my team is like very timing specific because we have to hit certain dollar numbers. So that's why it is what it is. But it's starting to be the summer season, so things get busy. So that's why.
Oh, sure.
It's even more busy. But yeah, like the one thing that I've done recently in the past few months is I separated my phone. So like I have one phone specifically for just work stuff and one for just personal, so that like I don't have the habit of checking my email or whatever when I'm bored and then starting to go to work mode. Because I swear it's one of those things where like once you go green on Slack, people just like all of a sudden just message you. Like sometimes I'll just look at my phone at 8 a.m. just to see, and then people just start messaging me. I'm like, oh my god,
Oh my god.
are you like waiting for me?
Oh.
Yeah, so it's that.
You see
That's pretty
people on
bad
their
right
phones
now.
just staring at Aaron's status right there. It's like offline, online. Go.
Wow.
But do you guys think the reason why we have to work so hard now is it partially because of the areas that we live in? Because like obviously we don't hide the fact that we all live in Vancouver or the greater Vancouver regional district.
They're gonna dox us, man. Why you
Yeah.
reveal that?
Uh-oh.
Yeah,
But we do live in an expensive city.
Yeah,
We do.
one of the most expensive in Canada, actually. We're basically, I think we're even slightly more expensive than Toronto right now, considering everything.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, to be in a very desirable city to live in, do you think that plays a factor, or is it just because general inflation, or is it more people? It's just like too many people are wanting to live here, kind of deal.
I think it also has to do with the culture of the hustle mentality now.
Mhm.
Everyone, I'm not gonna lie, some people are really addicted to it because they feel that it's the grind, the hustle, trying to make that money. But I feel that we are getting pushed too far to that point. It is good to have that mentality, but then you're not really having that much time for yourself.
Mhm.
And something I've been thinking a lot about recently is find out where you just want to be happy.
Yeah,
Just want to have
definitely.
some me time. I know, like, how do you find the balance for yourself? Because you're doing your side business with your mom, and you also have a full-time job.
Yeah, and I content create too.
Yeah.
So I'm like
Yeah,
tired.
3 things.
So actually, I had a good foodie friend of mine that was like, you know what? You should just really relax and just enjoy being yourself, like
Mhm.
enjoying life. I'm like, yeah, you're right. I don't have to do all these taste things just to help a business. I mean, it's a great feeling, yes, but I need to prioritize. I don't want to be pushing content constantly. It's like, quality over quantity or quantity over quality.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm honestly tired. So these days I've been really trying to relax.
Yeah.
I went to Whistler the other day, so I was happy.
Nice.
With my mom, and then we
Yeah.
haven't done it in a while. So that really clicked in my mind that, hey, you know what? Family time is really important.
Yeah.
And friends, some of my friends this year were like, wait, this is the most I've seen you in the first quarter, second quarter of 2023. So I'm like, oh my gosh, you're right. Let's change that.
I have my life back.
Yeah.
Yeah, I find like at the end, we can work so hard, but then when we get old and let's say
Yeah.
something happens, we get sick,
Mhm.
the work doesn't really matter anymore. It's usually the friends and family.
The work will always
Yeah.
be there, but your
Yes.
health and your friends and things, it's more
Only-
important.
Gotta maintain those relationships. Man.
Yes.
Yeah, but then with everything so expensive, like we're kind of forced
Mhm.
to do it, right? You don't have to.
Yeah.
No one's forcing you, but everything is expensive,
Well, we're now
Yeah.
also in a recession right now, so
Yeah.
Yeah.
They
it
don't-
makes it even harder.
We're doing our best.
The government doesn't want you to think that. They're like, no, we're not. We're just doing a little poorly. That's it. It's not a recession.
Yeah, no, it's tough
Yeah.
because especially right now in tech, like there's a lot of layoffs. And
Oh,
stuff like that,
definitely.
right? So
Yeah.
it puts a pressure, and you don't know if you're targeted or anything like that, right? Because it could be anyone. So,
Yeah, I feel
yeah.
whoever gets laid off, usually in tech field, is the people who's been at the company longest and who has the highest paycheck.
Oh,
Yeah, it makes
That's
sense,
so
right?
sad.
They've been
Yeah.
around for so long, like might as well lay them off instead of the new people
yeah.
because they don't cost that much.
Cheaper.
Well, if they have pensions, they're trying to cut them off,
That's true.
right?
Really?
Earlier, yeah.
That's why I always find like
Mm,
back then I thought tech companies was like safe, right?
yeah.
But now I'm like, man, it's not that safe. They can fire you whenever they
Yeah.
want.
Well, in any place they can fire you whenever they want. But in
That's true.
general, like
In general,
I think
general.
this has just taught us, like, I think through the pandemic, it's like, make sure you create boundaries, watch out for your mental health, but also prioritize you because you're just a number, really, unless you're
Mm.
like CEO or
Agree.
part of the C-suite,
Yeah.
so
So like what you just said, prioritize your mental health,
Mhm.
your just a work-life balance.
yeah.
But with the environment now, how do you find that balance though? Because you need to make money.
I don't know. I just try and do as much overtime as I can.
Work till you-
I don't think I have a good work-life balance right now. I'm not a good example right now.
I think Derek has the nice work-life balance.
Yeah, but like I was like, it's difficult, but I like to separate what I like to do for fun and what I like to do for like business. Like for example, this podcast is for fun, right? So it's like it's something I don't mind doing. But a lot of the times when like say they're like you have an opportunity to make money, sometimes you have to ask yourself, like one is like how much do I value my time? Like well, one is how much they're paying you, and two is like how much do you value your time versus that segment of time that job or application would take.
What is the ROI of this?
Yeah,
that
what's the
I'm
return
getting
on
into?
investment for me, man? I gotta make it worth it. But I will say, like, it is true. It's just gotten super expensive. I mean, like, you
Yeah.
look at my dollar McHappy deals are gone. There's
Yo,
there's no it's not even
What?
$1 anymore. It's like
Ooh.
$2-3
let me tell
for
you,
a mini cheeseburger.
like Burger King, we had that like
Ooh.
two pick 2 meals or 2 sandwiches for it used to be like $5, right?
Yeah,
Yo, it went from $6, now it's $8.
8?
Yeah,
Yeah.
in like a span of a couple months. I saw that it went only $1. I'm like, okay, not too bad.
yeah,
And it went straight into $8. I'm like, bro,
Oh.
it's been a couple months only.
yeah. You walk by the banner, it's like, huh, this looks different.
Why does the number keep changing after a couple months?
After a while, they even give up. They just like instead of replacing the banner, they scratch out the number
Oh
and they'll
my
put the new
God.
number on there.
But whenever they give out the coupons, like, okay, I love Subway. Like, Subway sponsor me. Like something about Subway. So whenever they had a coupon like in the front of my door, you probably saw the coupon.
Yeah.
Like whenever they have those coupons, I go down to the lobby, go to the garbage, and I'm like trying to
Dig
find
it
all the
out.
Don't you
coupons.
guys have that like recycle bin? Some people just throw.
Yeah, that's where I go.
That's where you go.
like-
Not the actual garbage.
Not how the actual garbage.
Damn, this guy's hardcore, man. I'll just buy you Subway, bro.
It's tough times, man.
I wish you told me. I would have saved my coupons for you.
Yo, I
now we
love
know.
Subway. Like they got a beef brisket. Okay, it's getting off topic. But the beef brisket Subway sandwich. I haven't tried it, but that sounds
Ooh.
good.
Maybe you need to start
Ooh.
posting and tagging them on your story. They don't
Mhm.
know.
Oh, maybe
Yeah.
you should do a food challenge of Subway.
Oh.
Eat like
The
3
whole
foot
menu?
long. no menu. Oh my god, their cookies
The
are
soups,
freaking bomb.
cookies. What else do they have?
Yeah, but even like
Yeah.
the fast food places, they're raising their prices.
Oh, yeah.
Crazy high.
Yeah.
Like-
Everyone knows they're losing money. Trying to
Even
make it.
KFC, their Toonie, what was it?
Toonie
Toonie Tuesday
Tuesday?
is no longer Toonies. Like, don't call it Toonie.
Yeah,
when
what
it's
is
like,
it now?
it's like
it's
two something.
Yeah, it's very tricky how they do.
Yeah.
It's $2.99.
Yeah, but
So-
that's not a Toonie. That's a Throonie.
Yeah, yeah. So basically, there's still a 2 in there, so they can technically call it Toonie
Oh.
Tuesday. But I was like, so what are you gonna do in the future? Just like when you have to raise it again, you're like Toonie, double Toonie Tuesdays.
Throonie.
But since this is
Yeah.
a recession, like you said, people say it's the best time to invest right now, right? This
If
is
you
this is
know
a
how to do it
time.
properly.
Yeah,
know,
this is a
yeah.
time where a lot of people make the most money,
Mhm.
like long term wise. That's
Yeah.
why you said the GIC for like the banks are like 5% now, right?
Yeah,
Oh,
well,
really?
I mean,
Wow.
like if you pay attention to the market right now, they're like, inflation is still higher than what the Bank of Canada would like it to be. And so whenever you hear that, there is a likely chance that they're going to raise what they call like the prime lending rate. Bank of Canada, for the U.S. listeners, is basically like the Federal Reserve in the
Mhm.
USA. And so when they do raise that, all the corresponding banks for guaranteed investment in the GICs, basically, they will raise their rates too. And what the GICs are, they're guaranteed investment. I forgot what the C stands for, but basically, when you put your lump sum of money into there, it's locked in for whatever period of time you set it at, and you cannot touch it. If you touch it, then you get penalized, which is usually more than what the interest is. But if you want to harbor safer investments, then it's usually inside a GIC right now.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I mean, you can still play stocks. I'm not saying that stocks are bad, but you have to really do your research on those things.
Mhm. So, kind of brings it to we really have to just work hard then.
Work hard. I think we're still working harder than the generations before us, though,
Yeah.
right? Because
Definitely.
yeah, because we can't buy a house with one income anymore.
Yeah.
You need
Yeah.
multiple incomes.
Yeah.
Some
Yeah.
elders would disagree with us, but they're just kind of way out there.
But does like our parents, do they
Yeah.
think that we work harder? Have you ever asked your parents? You're like, I think I work harder than you.
I think they stopped saying that I don't work hard enough because they see me come home at night. But yeah, I don't know. I think we're doing the best that we can in this state. Like
Mhm.
I think most of the boomers understand what we're going through.
Like times have changed for sure.
Yeah.
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 I don't know. But like I was telling you guys before we started this podcast, there was that Stats Can one where they're like inflation, well, not inflation, but just cost of living in general has gotten so high that like even like Canada seeing a drop in immigration. And when you hear that, you're like, wow, I cannot believe this has come to this.
Mm-hmm.
Because like Canada used to be one of the most desired places to, I mean it still is, but like you'll be like one of the top places to like try and immigrate to if you are from, I don't know, Asia or anywhere actually, really. But now that the cost of living has gotten so high, so many families are questioning it, because once you get to a city, like I'm just gonna narrow this down more towards Vancouver and Toronto, because that's where most of the immigration goes right now. They question it because how are you gonna support yourself as an immigrant in the city? Like one, you would probably not be making very much income, and two, like things like rent and stuff are like through the roof. I didn't even know this. Like it was on the news the other day. They were like, "Do you know a 1-bedroom in Vancouver right now? 1-bedroom condo rents for about $2,800
Where in downtown?
in central, like actual Vancouver. So not
Really?
not in any of the surrounding districts. So not Burnaby, not Surrey, not Coquitlam, just Vancouver. So city of Vancouver,
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Wait, how much
2,800
for one bedroom?
for a 1 bedroom.
Oh, geez.
I have not heard of that.
I didn't hear about that.
Yeah,
I
I don't know
thought
how accurate that is, but they were displaying the stats on the news, and I was like, "Oh,
Oh.
interesting."
I don't
thought
know.
it's
The
1,800.
stats there, I don't know if I
Yeah.
always believe. Like, I remember seeing,
Yeah.
like, they're like, in order to afford a house or a dual income, you need to make a total of $250,000. I'm like, what the fuck? There's no way.
There's no way I can
No
make that
way.
much.
Yeah.
Maybe you're just not working hard enough.
Oh, no.
Probably not. I'm probably
I'm just kidding.
not.
I'm just kidding.
Next goal is not 6 figures; it's 7 figures.
Oh, my God, that's so true.
So here's
Achieve
the
high.
thing. Like back then, 1 million, a lot of money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now you're like, when you're like, okay, if you made 1 million, like, okay, still not enough.
Not enough?
Like,
yeah.
if you won the lottery and you got 5 million, would you be like, yeah, I'm going to quit my
Oh
job?
hell no!
No, no,
I
no,
I
no,
kind of
no,
already
no.
planned this. Already. I was like,
What are you
okay.
going to do?
So Derek was the one that got me into lottery tickets. That
I'm
one.
sorry.
Yeah. So
Oh.
because I
Uh-oh.
never
Is this a good
buy
thing or a
lottery
bad
tickets.
thing?
That addiction. So I didn't even know it was addiction until I kept buying it. I'm like, oh crap, this is the problem. So I think it was a guaranteed 1 million. I don't know what 649.
Oh,
A
yeah.
lot of
Oh,
max.
yeah, yeah,
Something.
yeah.
Lot of
It was like
max.
you said it was
Just
like
like a
guaranteed.
certain amount of people are guaranteed 1 million.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, and then I was like, okay. And then we were walking, and you told me about that, and I asked you like, how much was it? It's like you said $4 per ticket or $5.
$5.
Yeah, so I thought about, I'm like, oh, 1 million. That's a lot of money. That's kind of useful to have that much amount of money. So I'm like, okay, you know what? I'll buy a lottery ticket. And I bought it, and then later I'm like, I didn't win. Okay, maybe I try next week. And I kept doing it, and then later I'm like, oh, I got a free play. Oh, this is kind of nice. It's kind of nice. And then I kept buying it for actually like, I think it was like a month straight. And sometimes I
Ooh.
buy multiple in
Uh-oh.
one, and now I'm
Derek.
like, oh my god,
You're literally gambling.
I'm
Basically.
literally gambling. I'm
You
like,
are,
oh my
yeah.
god, I'm addicted. This
Oh.
is not good. I really want that money.
Well, what you can do if you want to manage your addiction, I mean, you could just
Buy ice cream.
Pool with your friends, right? So everyone put in $1.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, there's an agreement with that. Like
Yeah.
workplaces do it too.
Oh, I think someone, some hospital or
Yeah,
I think it was on
Oh, yeah,
news.
they
like
won,
they
yeah.
won.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Somewhere in
Split it.
Burnaby, yeah.
Yeah, so basically they're like usually it's between like everyone pays $1, so it'd be like 5 people if it's $5 per ticket. So then like you can either just randomize the numbers or you can have everybody choose a set number.
Mhm.
But they're like you all sign an agreement that it's basically a binding agreement that the lottery corporation made. They're like, if you guys win, it's split evenly. There's no argument about it. Blah blah blah. blah.
Yeah.
And
So
that, yeah.
you can't. So you can't go to court and try to sue for the rest of the money.
Yeah, because that happened
Yep.
a few
Oh,
years
that has
ago.
happened?
Yeah, that's why they have this agreement now.
Oh shoot,
Yeah, it got really messy.
the money.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
It's always super
Like
messy.
all the friends are no longer friends anymore. Like that's
Oh
how
my
intense.
God.
And it went to court too. That's why it got really publicized
Oh,
Yeah.
shoot.
because the lotto in general did not have that agreement form in the past. So
yeah, that's
now
why
they do.
That's why I asked Derek. I was like, hey, if you
Yeah.
want money, and I asked you to lend me some money, would you? And I think you said you would, but you said you duck out first.
Yeah.
And then he said he would. Okay, Derek won a couple $1 million. You won the lottery.
Yeah.
You said you would
Yeah.
duck out
Yeah.
and say leave, and then come back later.
Yeah. And I like buy like a separate phone line and then I just message people on the separate
burner
line.
phone or something.
Oh my
This is a
God.
secret line. Don't tell anybody about
Yeah.
this.
Because I think you said you wanted to cut out all the people that's not really your friends, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah,
or
the
like
fake
at
friends.
least yeah, because like when it brings the way the lottery works is they have to declare you, right? Unless there's like
Mhm.
exorbitant circumstances or something like that, what they called it. It's like where you can prove your life is in danger if the lottery corporation reveals that you're the winner, and that's very very rare cases. And so like if that was the case, I was like, well, I might as well just disappear for the moment, and then
Yeah.
like once more people forget about me, then I can like slowly come
Yeah.
back with
No one's
everybody,
gonna
right?
forget
Well, some
about you.
people like they put on a mask or something when they do that whole thing.
That's what I thought about that.
Oh.
I already
I
know.
put the scary movie
I'm-
mask.
I'm gonna put. I don't think you're allowed to put masks, but you're allowed to put sunglasses, right?
And
like a COVID
the
mask.
COVID mask you're allowed to, I think.
Yeah,
right
but
now.
not like an actual
Ooh.
Halloween mask.
Yeah.
Oh damn.
Good. Maybe it's the
Could you?
States. I
Oh
don't
shoot. Yeah, because I thought about it. I would wear
Yeah.
sunglasses. I wear a COVID mask. here, and another one down here, and another one
The
up
neck.
here.
I
You
was-
just have like this. Your eyes are just like a slit.
Split, and then someone's like Chinese. I'll be like, hey, that's kind of racist.
and it's like, well, look on the television. It's like, those biceps look very familiar.
Yeah, those biceps. I've seen those before.
I've seen those eyes before. I'm like, bro, it's a slit.
Oh man, if you had tattoos, then it's even harder. Cause
That's why you don't get tattoos.
Yeah.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
Until after you get, then after you win, then you get tattoos.
I guess he has a tattoo.
But I think we went like off the rails on this one. But I think we can like kind of wrap it up. I think we come to the conclusion that we do work too hard. It's really hard to find the work-life balance because of where we live.
Yes.
The only solution that we can come to is that work really hard now, save that money, and then it might be easier later, or you just move to a cheaper place, right?
And hope you win the
Yeah.
lottery ticket.
Yeah. And lottery ticket.
We're not promoting this kind of stuff.
Yes, it's gambling. Don't do it.
It's gambling's bad for your kids.
But the thing is that it's so cheap.
We're trying to.
That's why it got me in. I'm like, oh, $5. That's not bad, actually.
All right, don't listen to Angus for this
Yeah.
one.
Don't listen to me. Bad influence.
But
Bad influence is Derek. It's not me.
yes, don't never listen to me. But yeah, if you like our content, please like, subscribe, and on YouTube, and you can find us on Spotify, Apple, and anywhere. The link will be in our link trees below. And comment down below. Wherever you live, do you guys feel like you're working too hard, especially after the pandemic, or have you found like that you yourself have a very good kind of work-life balance?
Yeah. What is work-life balance? Because I really don't know what that is still. But yeah, if you like this video, give us a thumbs up, and you'll see us on the next one.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.